Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is this week's releases, which looks a lot more than we'll be covering because a lot of them are reprints. This video, we go over all the stuff we'll be reviewing, or at least attempt to review, right here at Graphic Policy Television. This one, it's going to be no problem because there's actually not tons to review, and you'll see why. Alright, first up, we're going to discuss this comic in my hands, Maker Comics Survive in the Outdoors. We got it from First Second, who is fantastic to hook us up with review copies. I really like the Maker Comics because they're kind of how-to comics. First Second has some fantastic lines like science comics, some history stuff, and this one's more geared towards the like how does it work and science type stuff, in that it actually has instructions on how to do these sort of things. So according to this one, I haven't read it yet, you can learn how to build a buddy burner, make a compass, catch clean, cook a fish, build a campfire, administer basic first aid, purify water, and make a shelter just by reading this graphic novel. Some pretty cool stuff. I really like this series. I think there's some really cool stuff. There's like fix a car, how to draw a comic, grow a garden, build a robot, and bake like a pro. It's a nice way to learn. Entertaining and educational. Alright, so we got a bunch from AfterShock. We're going to go over them one at a time, in that there's going to be some interesting stuff on this one. So we got Girls of Dimension 13, number 3, out this week. The series has been pretty interesting. It's these girls are tasked with protecting the world, and when the normal person who handles that has disappeared, they have to go save them. It's been a fun series, like very kind of Doctor Who-ish in like 70s, 80s, or not Doctor Who, Doctor Strange-ish in the 70s, 80s, and it works. There's the art kind of has a nice trippiness to it. It's an entertaining series. I think overall it's good. It's good. Not necessarily great, but it's good. For those who kind of like maybe like a little retro vibe, I think you might like that one. It's a pretty cool one. Undone by Blood, number 4, The Other Side of Eden. So this series is the second volume of the Undone by Blood. This one is all about a robbery gone wrong during I think it was the Dust Bowls is the time period, and I think it's in Texas. Really interesting so far, been pretty solid, not really whodunit, but kind of crime caper with some really good twists. That last issue had some like really big ones. I can't wait to see the fallout of this one. What's really cool is it's also juxtaposed on a story about a Western as well that kind of fits in, and the two usually have themes that really kind of mix together. So this series has been really solid. If you like crime comics, this is one to check out, especially set in a time period. AfterShock also has tons of new printings. We've got We Live, number 1, 4th printing with the cool gatefold cover. We're not going to review this because we've already done a review of We Live. We'll have a link underneath this video, actually, where you can just go watch the review. We also have We Live, number 5. This is the 3rd printing. Again, we're not going to review this because we already have. Printing is just really the cover. Not much is going to have changed otherwise, unless AfterShock's doing something really crazy here. Loved the series as a whole. We Live these 2 issues. Highly recommend. If you haven't read the series and you want some single issues, go check it out. But the trade is out already. You go get the trade. I do recommend that. Maniac of New York. This has been interesting. So we got number 2, 2nd printing. This series is what if kind of like Jason or Freddy or whatever, like a serial killer from a horror film, existed in our real world and was out killing people in New York City. I know Jason took Manhattan, but this one kind of dives into what would that realistically be like. Really good series. I like it. The final issue of this series, kind of controversial. Some people liked it, some people did not. I liked what they were going with, and I kind of overall liked the series, so I'm a fan. So this is out, and then there's also a 2nd issue variant for Comics Elite that I have in my hand as well that you can check out. You'll have to go and get it from Comics Elite, as it is a special printing. Pretty cool stuff. This is, we don't get too many variants like this. As I loved this series, so I highly recommend checking it out. This is a really cool cover too. Very, very cool cover. I can't tell who did it. I don't know if it's going to be on anywhere in here. 2nd printing variant cover. There we go. Frank Uzan. Hopefully I pronounced that right. this is a pretty cool cover. I'm digging this. I'm actually really digging this. So overall, we got really two from AfterShock that are not reprints, and then we got the Maker Comics. So we're gonna review the Maker Comics probably Tuesday, and then 2 AfterShocks on Wednesday when they're out. And that gives us a whole week of doing lots of different reviews for stuff that we want to catch up on that we haven't done. Maybe some stuff that have yet to come out. We'll maybe go into the future a little bit. Ooh. Of course, I want to thank First Second for hooking us up. I want to thank AfterShock as well. If you want the latest comic news, reviews, previews, all that stuff, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.